What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic of Maury. I know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfella. Pretty much got just a hypothetical question real quick. Who will win, Robert Easter Jr. or Raymundo Beltran, the lightweight IBF champion, the Easter Jr. and the WBO lightweight champion, Beltran. Now we already know Beltran. Excuse me. My homie Ray Beltran is going to be fighting on Lomachenko and Linares' undercard. Probably versus just a good title defense, for him to get on this belt. And basically, they're going to serve him to Lomachenko like communion. So Lomachenko could be the ring belt, the WBA super champion, and the WBO champion, a lightweight. And then after that, who knows? Before that, it could be a Pacquiao fight. After that, it could be, before that, it could be a Beltran fight. It depends on, what Bob wants to do with Lomachenko. But, we know this fight probably would never happen. But if it did happen, it'd be an interesting fight. Beltran didn't look his age in his last fight, but it's equally as bad as most people think he looked versus the Paulus Moses guy. Shit. Robert Jr. lost. A lot of people hope in him that he can become one of the next big things at 135 and possibly 140 when struggling with a smaller Javier Fortuna. We thought that he should be able to knock out Fortuna because Fortuna, I believe, got knocked out by Jason Sosa as well. And that's the type of opponent that Robert Easter Jr. should be able to get out of there. That's what we all at least thought. But, hey, he didn't get him out of there. He struggled. A lot of people thought Fortuna won. Some people thought it was a draw. And some people thought Robert Easter Jr. won. But if he was in there to get in there with Ray Beltran, that fight would be a dead fucking heat. It'll be a 50-50 fight. Because, for one, you don't know what Robert Easter Jr. is going to do. He just won't stick behind his height, speed, his length, and just his ability. He just wants to mix it up. And Beltran, that'll just give Beltran opportunity to tattoo him up. Which there shouldn't be too many lightweights that should be able to touch Robert Easter Jr., in my opinion, with that athletic ability and, his physical gifts and his skills. He just loves to give up his height and bang. He like a 135 Paul Williams, so that alone with him loving to give up his height, his body, his jaw would give Ray Beltran an excellent chance at defeating him and overcoming, Robert Easter Jr. So, really, Robert Easter Jr. is one of the weakest champions in boxing right now. Out of the top belts, not the regular WBA, USBA belts, all that bullshit. And what's so sad about it is he should be amongst one of the top, the top half of boxing champions. Ray Beltran is one of the, weakest champions out there as well with his age and his wear and tear. But the story is beautiful from being a promising, young fighter to being a, getting stuck as a sparring partner and getting paid okay when sparring Pacquiao to, shaking that off and becoming a world champion and realizing his dreams become reality. So, this will be a fight that'll be very, very interesting, does Robert Jr. need a new team? Yeah, he needs a new coach. He needs to find a coach that's going to work for him and that's going to teach him to really use his attributes and his physical gifts to his advantage. And a guy that would have been perfect for him would have been Emmanuel Stewart, would have loved to put his hands in mold Robert Easter Jr., But you got a guy in Ray Beltran who's on his way out the game, And, if Robert Easter Jr. can reach probably 25% of his potential, I believe he will push, Ray Beltran over that retirement edge. But, we've been hoping for that Robert Easter Jr. to arrive for quite some time, and he never has. And why would he arrive versus Ray Beltran? Why would he arrive versus anybody at this point? And it's sad, though, man, that he's not improving. And what's even worse in his favor is his dad is his coach. And how can you tell your dad to get the fuck out and I don't want you to be a part of my camp, or, I want to remove him from my camp? How can you do that? Honestly, you can't. You can't remove this brother from, his dad, from the camp, but you can bring somebody else in, like Verdejo did with Evo Sanchez, to work with your coach, because your coach and your dad and Mike Stafford are familiar, to what you are doing, but it's time for him to make the switch if he wants to ever become a top-tier boxer, and at least at the lightweight division. But if they was to square off, man, it's a 50-50 fight. I know people say, well, Ray Beltran looked bad his last fight. Well, shit, Easter Jr. looked bad his several last fights, and Beltran has looked bad in his last few fights as well. But, it'll be a struggle. It's probably be the worst unified bout as far as what they've been fighting of late, how they've been looking, like trash and waste management and garbage on fire. But it might turn out to be a beautiful war, and maybe the old foxy vet and Ray Beltran may have one last hurrah in him, or maybe two, and maybe Robert Jr. can reach his potential finally find out what's going wrong in these camps that he can't fix. And if that happens, that can be a very, 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 very vivid and beautiful war. A beautiful, nasty, bloody war. And I think it could be a dog fight because both guys have dog in the wheel and the skill to do it. It's just, for whatever reason, it hasn't come together of late. Let me know who y'all think will win. We gone.